Hello, welcome to this tutorial video. I'm Easy Ozzy. Uh, this is the part 4 of the continuation of the job board listing website which we are building. So if this is the first time you're watching this, you've missed part 1, part 2, and part 3 of the series on job board listing website using CrocoBlock toolkits. So we've said that by the time we are through with the job board listing website, we would have covered every aspect of CrocoBlock toolkit, particularly the JetEngine aspect of CrocoBlock. So I'm going to show you the ones we've covered. In the job board listing website, we touch the aspect of custom post type using the post type feature in JetEngine. Then we cover the aspect of taxonomy, which is also part of JetEngine. Then we cover the aspect of meta feeds and meta boxes as well, which is also part of JetEngine. Now today we are going to see how the application of JetEngine's custom content type will help us in advancing the job board listing website project which we have embarked on. So if you see our flow chart here, you will see that we have CCT here, meaning custom content type. What is our CCT meant for? In this case, is to help us collect job application entry, collect the employee work experience, and portfolio. Previously, I mentioned that custom post types are used to organize data on WordPress beyond the normal post page, that is the default post and post pages. But what CCT does is that it helps us even organize our content in a more better way even than what the custom post type does. So in other words, custom post type help you to organize your content to a particular degree beyond the default post and page of your WordPress, but the introduction of custom content type helps you to organize it even much more further, especially if you are dealing with thousands of data. You want to organize those data in such a way that when you need to pull out that data, you are not pulling it out from a chunk of many files. You have it well lined up in a table, and that is what CCT does. So it helps us to line our data, arrange them very well in a table, such that when you are filtering or pulling up the data, it does not put much workload on the site. Now, there are a lot of videos on YouTube theoretically that has dealt with this aspect of CCT to help you understand how CCT operates. But this video is meant to show you the usage of CCT. So I'm not going to say much. I'm just going to jump right into what we are going to do. So I'm going to go over to JetEngine, and you see under the JetEngine tab, I have custom content types. If you don't have yours displaying on the JetEngine tab, you need to go to the JetEngine module and make sure that you have the custom content type toggled on. So as you can see, I have custom content type toggled on. So as many as you need in this module, you need to toggle them on. So just what we need is toggled on. I'm going to go back to custom content type. So in our custom content type, we have apply to job. So I'm going to create a CCT that lets potential employees to be able to apply to a particular job post on the website. So I'm going to add a new CCT and name it apply to job or apply for job. I'll click on add new. And I name it apply to job. Automatically the slug is created, the database table name is created too. I'll leave this as untoggled. Icon, I'm going to select an icon. I'll just look for suitable one. I'll select this. Menu position, I want it to be at the first separator. Custom content UI access capability. By default is set to manage options. So I'll leave it as manage options. Basically, that's all we need to do. We don't have any business with REST API for now. Now we'll go over to adding feeds to our custom content type. Now the first feed is going to be job post ID. So in other words, this job post ID is to help us know the particular job post that the potential employee is submitting application to. This feed will help us to collect the ID of that particular post type. So the feed type is going to be posts, from which post is going to be our post job listings. So if you've not watched the part 1 of this tutorial video where I introduce us to the job board website, please do. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do, because there are a lot of things you're going to benefit. I'm going to drop a lot of tutorial video. My videos are centered on live projects or real projects that you can associate with. In other words, you can get a job from any client anywhere, and from these posts you understand, from these videos you understand how to go about delivering those jobs. So please, I implore you to subscribe, comment where you want me to improve on the video. If you like the video, hit on the like button. If you want to get notified more and more anytime I release a video, you just hit the notification bell and set it to notify all. You get. And also it will help improve this channel. Also it will motivate me more to increase the output of my effort. So you understand what I'm saying. So now let's continue. I'm sure we've done justice to that, and I'm sure you've hit the like button. Now we've selected the post type where we want the ID to be gotten from if an employee applies to job. We'll leave this as untoggled, and that's all. We'll set a new feed and we're going to name it work email. Work email. I will leave it as test feed. So this will be the details the potential employee we need to submit so that he can be reached back to by the employer. So the next one will be CV files. So I want them to be able to submit their CV. It's a file, so it's going to be, you can use gallery or you can use media feed. So I'm going to use media. Then the next feed is going to be a repeater feed. Answers to job questions. So this feed will collect the details of their answer to the questions asked by the employee on the job listing. That's based on the job that was submitted by the employee. It's going to be a repeater feed. So we want the employee to add title of question is answering. So the particular title of the question is answering. It's a test feed. Then your answer to the question. So I'm just going to shorten this to your answer. This is going to be a test area. Then the last feed is going to be message. This now, I clicked on the new repeater. Let me collapse this. Then the new feed is going to be message. Then set it to test area. You can set the label as message for the employer. So that's basically it in that aspect. Then coming to the column, that is our table column. Which one do we want? We want the item ID to show is automatically toggled on. The job post ID, we want it toggled on as well. And we want it sortable. It's a numeric feed. We want the work email to show as well, phone number, CV files. Answer to job question, we don't need that, and this we don't as well. Item author, we want it toggled on, created it toggled on, and that's just it. Then we're going to add the custom content type. So we've created much more like a database table that's going to collect the details of the applications that every potential employee submits to a particular job post on this site. Now we need to be able to create a form that will let these employees be able to submit their application on the front end using JetForm Builder. Now, a good thing about JetEngine is that after creating the CCT, you can automatically come here and click new form, and a new form will be automatically created for you for this particular custom content type. So I'm going to try it out and say create new. As you can see, our form has been created automatically for us. So let's check what we have here. So I'm going to go to block. You see we have the job post ID, which has been matched to job listings. That's well set. And see post, that is the type, the post type. Then it is selected job listing, just single. Then the work email which we entered. Then the feed type for collecting CV files, we have it here. Let me click on the CV file. So access, we are going to set that to any registered user. Insert attachment, feed value, attachment ID. Maximum, we're going to set this to 50. Maximum allowed files to upload, I'll say 10. Then the maximum size will be 50 megabytes. And that's just it. The work email, the feed type is test. I'm going to change that to email. And that's it. Phone number is set to, let's see the type. It used a number feed instead of a telephone field. So let's see if we can switch this to test feed. So I'm not seeing test feed here. So I'm going to just delete this. Then I'll bring in a test feed. Test. So this is the test feed. Then I'm going to name it phone number. Then the feed type is going to be tel, and that's just it. So I'm making sure that what was automatically generated for us is in line with what we need it for. So this one is well set. The message for the employer is well set as well. So now we come to JetForm to see the post, the action after submit. Scroll down, you see post submit action is well set as well, is to insert an update, that is insert into the custom content type which we have created. Now that being said and done, I'm going to update this. So let me view this again to properly see that it's well set truly. So you can see we still have some fields not yet mapped. Item status, we want it to be published. And that's just it. So we are not seeing this match to the repeater. So we are just going to set this, and that's all. So we hit on update. So let's check the back end of our site. So as you can see, we have apply to job on our admin UI showing. So we've created our first CCT, apply to job. Now we're going to create another CCT, which is going to collect the details of the work experience of the potential employee. I'll click on add new. Then I'm going to name this work experience. So this log is automatically generated. The database table name also as well. Menu position, I want this as first separator to icon. I want it to be let me use this. Now that's basically it. We'll add our feed. The first one will be title of job. That is the title of the job or you got experience in. Job start date. So which is going to be a date feed. Then we'll set this one as job end date, which is a date feed as well. Then the company where the job was done, test feed, and that's okay. Then we have description. So I'm just going to say description / that underscore responsibilities. Then is going to be a test area feed. Then lastly, I'll say company logo. This is going to be a media feed. And that's just it. On this side, we go to the admin column. This is toggled on. We'll leave it as it is. We'll toggle this on. This as well. This also. We'll leave this. Company logo. Item author. Created date. Now, that being said, we're going to click on add content type. Now, the reason why we are taking our time to do this is, as I mentioned before, we want to be able to organize our data in such a way that when we need it, it is easily sortable. Let's say, for example, when many of the applicants submit their data, we need to be able to organize each of those data in front of the potential employers who has extended that job application, as in extended the job post. So that being said, I'm going to click on create new form. So we have a new form created for us and it is titled as well, just like before. You can see title of job. This is pretty straightforward. So let's check it out. Job title. The feed type is a test feed. This is a date feed, which is okay. This also is a date feed as well. Company name, test. This test area is okay. And this is a media feed. So we're going to set it as any registered user. We want to match the attachment to the file submission to the user who submitted the file. So we can set the allowable file type to, let's say, PNG and JPEG, but I'll leave it as it is. Maximum size will be 1 megabyte. Maximum file uploaded will be 1 because it's just a company logo. So that being said, we're going to update this. Now there is an aspect we've not checked. That's we go to the post action. Insert update custom content type is set. Then leave it to publish. Depending on what you are doing, you can set yours to draft. So now that being said, it will automatically map some of the data to each other, which it has done so far. So everything is well mapped. So I'm going to update here, then update here as well. So when we check here, you see we have work experience added to our website as custom content type. Now we're going to add the last custom content type, that's for portfolio. So we're going to click on custom content type, which we've done. Then we're going to create the last one. So I'll say add new. Then this is going to be portfolio, bracket add project. That's it. This is going to be like a file or something like cabinet. So I'll leave this as it is. Menu position, first separator. Now I'll add my feeds. This will be project title. Then the next one will be description. It's going to be test area. Then it's going to be project files. I'll set this to gallery. Then basically that will do. That'll be all. So now I'm going to set the column, description, project file. I don't need the description on the column, item author. So I'm going to add the custom content type. Now that being added, we are going to create new form. So our form is created. So let's take a look at it. We're checking the project title. That's okay. The description is okay as well. It's well set. Project files. You set this to any registered user. Insert attachment. Maximum files to upload 10, which is okay. Feed value attachment ID. And this one should be nothing more than 50 megabytes. I'll click on update. Then I check on the action after submit. You see it's custom content type. I'll click on publish. Then our feeds will be automatically mapped. I'll hit on update. Then I'll update here as well. So let's view what we have at the back end. You see work experience is added. Now this is just a small usage of the JetEngine custom content type based on the project we are doing, just to collect these details in an organized manner. Now, the purpose of doing this is that in our next tutorial video, you're going to see how we apply this to the front end when, let's say, for example, the potential employee is submitting his work experience detail, whether on his profile page or on any other page of the website which we may want to collect this detail. Then this will be applicable in the job post single page, or let's say in the archive page, we can put a button that takes the user, that brings out a pop-up where user can, that is the employee, can apply to job. Then this portfolio also can be added to the employee's profile page where he can add details of previous work he has done, which can boost his potential, it can boost his chances to land a job. Now, that being said, our next tutorial, that's the part 5 of this series, is going to be profile builder. So that will be very lengthy video. I'll take my time to really explain it. That's the core of this project, profile builder. We're going to build profile for the employer and the employee. They're going to have their own dashboard. And from there, we'll advance to many aspects of JetEngine's feature. That's, you can see profile builder here. So just know how we'll deal with profile builder and we'll not touch query builder. So we'll be touching query builder, and also we can't escape relations when we start building the profile. Now, I look forward to you subscribing to this channel after watching to this point. So see you till then. I'm Easy Ozzy. Thanks for watching.